research methodology. It's organized by Research Foundation of India in association with Parul University, Gujarat, sponsored by Shroth, Eklavya University, JHERF, ARGA, and Education Academic Inc. Our today's expert is none other than Dr. Priyanka Chawla. She is a finance personnel with 14 years of experience in academic domain. Her qualifications include MBA. She has been awarded PhD in the year 2015. She has served to many organizations like Acropolis, Daily College, and many more. Presently, she is associated with Prestige Institute of Management and Research. Due to her energetic and multitasking quality and familiarity with the subject of her interest, she has been invited as a resource person and expert by various organizations, and she has delivered sessions on ICT tools, research methodology, hands-on SPSS, and many more. She has more than 30 publications to her credit. She has also published 2 books bearing ISBN number. She is the recipient of many awards like winner of International Case Study Competition. She has been honored with Research Excellency Award. She has received Best Paper Presentation Award in the International Conference. She is also honored with International Award for Achievement of Excellence in the Field of Management. Her online video lectures are available on YouTube. Her articles are published in Siksha.com, Metro Ratha, and Free Press newspaper. With all our heart, we welcome Dr. Priyanka Chawla to guide us on our today's topic, which is application of SPSS for data analysis.
Thank you, Swarnika ma'am, for this detailed and lovely introduction of mine. Thank you so much. Before I start, I would like to give my gratitude towards Research Foundation of India, Dr. Saurabh Jain sir, Dr. Ajay Jain sir, and entire team of RFI who always support me and give opportunity. Thank you so much, sir. So, yesterday, participants, you had gone through some data analytic part in Excel, right? So for some people, Excel is the easiest task, and for some people, Excel is quite complex because we have to remember the formulas and the cell, the column. We have to remember all these things. So most of the people, most of the students, research scholars find it difficult to perform the same operation in Excel. So SPSS perform all the operations, mathematical as well as statistical tasks at one click. In one click, it gives the result, it gives the output. Okay. So today we will be going through the SPSS part. So how many of you are beginners? Because I will give demo of SPSS directly or on SPSS software. So shall I start from the beginning or shall I directly jump towards data analysis in SPSS?
Start with beginning point, ma'am.
Any other answer? I'm assuming that all of you are beginners and we start it from the 0th level.
Yes, ma'am, from beginning.
Sorry?
Yes, ma'am, start from the beginning.
Okay. So I will be sharing my screen. I hope everybody is having SPSS software. If you do not have, then you can get the SPSS pirated version also. If it is not possible, then you can download it from site. It is freely available for 30 days. So you can access it for 30 days and do your practice. So I have shared my screen. So this is the symbol of SPSS. This is the icon, IBM SPSS. I have 25th version. Okay. So I have opened it. So first we will understand how to punch data into SPSS, and then I will let you know how to import data from Excel to SPSS. Okay, both I will tell you. So it is still working. Yes, it is taking 2 minutes to open. So when you click on this SPSS, then you can see this type of page, this type of interface will open. Okay, so on the left hand side corner, bottom left hand side, you can see two tabs. One is of data view and another one is of variable view. Okay, so when you click on this variable view, you can see here, what you can see, these are the variables. You have to enter all the variables. Once you collect the information, once you collect data from questionnaire, then from questionnaire you can enter all the variables over here. So that means in here all the variables comes row wise, and whatever variable you are entering over here, that will be reflected in the data view column wise. Okay, so let us check this. Before that, for your convenience, I will be opening this. I'm going to open the questionnaire file so that you can come to know how to enter the data or punch the data into SPSS. So let us start with questionnaire. So these are the dummy questionnaires. And now you can tell me, this questionnaire is divided into two parts. One is on the basis of demographic information and another one on the basis of survey related data. Okay. So you tell me, what are the variables over here? What are the variables over here? Are you all there?
Yes, ma'am.
So can you tell me what are the variables over here? This gender is variable. This age group is variable. This profession is variable, right? Getting my point? And these all are attributes, right? Hello.
Okay, ma'am.
So we have to enter variables. How to enter variables? So this is first variable, that is gender. This is second variable. This is third variable. This is fourth. This is fifth. Marital status is fifth. This is family type. And again, when you see here the 5-point scale data, this is also one of the variable under 5 scale Likert scale data. Okay, this is survey related, so we have to enter this also. So these are variables. So let us check how to enter the variables into SPSS. So as I told you, there are two tabs, data view and variable view. In variable view, we have to enter the variable. The first variable is gender. So we have to write down gender over here, GENDER. So here, if there are two words, or we can say if there is a sentence, so you cannot enter two words or sentence, entire sentence over here. What you have to do, either you have to Gender is only one word, na? That's why you are able to enter this. See, when I click down here, then automatically this appears. But if the question is in this format, this Likert point, so you are not able to, you will not be able to enter the entire statement over here. Okay, I will tell you later how to enter. So this is of one word, that's why we are able to enter it. So gender. Now we can check gender. This is male and female. So this is string variable. This is in the character format. But when you go for the analysis part, you the system, for the system you have to give coding. So for male you give coding like 1, and for female it will be 2. So you have to assign some numbers, you have to assign some coding. Getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
So system will take only numbers. So for analysis part, we have to convert this string variable into numbers, number format. Okay. So you have to remember 1 is for male and for female it is 2, or whatever as per your convenience. You can give coding 2 for male and 1 for female. So it is up to you. But whatever criteria you are following, you have to follow the same. Okay. But you have to remember this. So gender, as you will be giving coding, so that means automatically it comes in numeric format. What is the type of this gender? This first variable, it is numeric. When you click here, you get variable type, numeric, comma, dot. So for SPSS, if you are doing analysis in SPSS, either you go for numeric or you go for string. Since it is in the number form, so automatically by default it comes for numeric. Okay. So automatically by default it considered numeric. Next is width size. Width means up to how many character you enter the data. Width is up to 8. Width is 8. By default it is 8. So that means up to 8 character you can enter. So gender 1 or 2, that means there is only 1 character. So up to 8 width we can enter the data. Generally it is useful when it is string variable. It doesn't make any difference, or it is not countable when the data type is numeric. Decimal means up to how many decimal point you can enter. By default it is 2. That means up to 2 decimal point you can enter, like 1, then 2. So this you can see up to 2 decimal point. Now if you want to remove this decimal point, what you have to do? You have to click on variable view and then minimize this. Can you see this? Arrow button, lowest button. Now it comes 0. So automatically it has been reduced to 0. There is no data point and there is no decimal points. Okay. Label. Here you can enter, you can feed the entire sentence. If, as I told you, if it is an entire sentence, then you will not be able to enter in the name column. In label, there is no limit. You can write paragraph also. Okay, if it is in the statement format, just copy and paste it over here. Values. This is much and most important. Values are most important. Now you have to give coding. So you have to remember. For male it is 1, for female it is 2. What is the value you are giving? That means the code you are assigning. Value is 1, label is male. So for male it is 1, for female it is 2. Okay. So you have assigned in this way. Now you have to remember this. So while making entry into data view, you have to remember in this format. 1 is for male and 2 is for female. Even in questionnaire also, for your convenience, you can write it down that 1 male it is 1 and for female it is 2. Okay. This is the coding you have given for your remembrance. Missing, again, it is not possible these days because if you circulate Google form, we make it mandatory. So there is no chance of missing. Yes, but if you circulate hard copy, then there is a chance of missing. So either you go for mean, either you go for median or mode. You can apply any of the tool to avoid this missing. So as of now, it is not going to affect the result. I will tell you later on. Column, again, it is not going to affect the result. Column means the column size. You can increase or decrease the column size. So it is not going to affect the result. By default, it is 8. Alignment, if it is numeric data, then by default, it is right. The alignment is on right side. And if it is on string variable, then alignment is left side. This is important measure. Now, when we talk about gender, when we talk about any demographic information, gender, profession, so can you tell me which type of scale is this? Scale ordinal or nominal? Scale ordinal or nominal? The measurement of scale. Are you aware of this measurement of scale? Are you aware of measurement of scale? Can you tell me which type of scale is this?
Nominal, ma'am.
Yes. Nominal means categorical type, where we cannot apply any mathematical or arithmetic tool. We cannot say males are greater than female or females are greater than male. So we cannot say the superiority. We cannot say it is preference. We are not giving ranking. If we give ranking to some variable, then it comes under ordinal. If we give ranking. If it is categorical based, then we can say nominal. And if it is on Likert scale, we can go for scale. Okay. So we will select nominal. For this, can you tell me the second variable? Can you tell me the second variable?
Age.
Age. So this is the second variable. Now, as I told you, if it is one word variable, if the variable is of one word, then you can easily enter under name column. Now you can see it is, there are two words, age group, right? So are we able to enter age group? Let us try age group. Now I have written over here. Now I am clicking anywhere on this page. See, age group. I am not able to enter it. Why? Because if the variable is of two word or two or more than two words, then what you have to do, either you go for continuation. The system will not accept the gap between two words. The system will not accept the gap between two words. So what I have to do, either I go for continuation age group like this. Okay. Age group. I have mentioned it in continuation. Or what I'll do, age underscore group. I'll do in this way. So system will not consider if there is a gap between two or more words. So to avoid this illegal character, what we have to do, we have to enter in this way. Now age group. For our understanding, let us give coding less than 18 years, that is 1. 18 to 20 years, that is 2. We are giving coding for our understanding so that we can get the exact answer from the respondents. If the respondent's age is between 30 to 45, then the coding will be 3. and if the respondent's age is between above 45, sorry, if the respondent age is above 45, then the coding will be 4. Okay, for our understanding, we have written over here. So now you can tell me age group, we have mentioned over here. Type is numeric. By default is numeric, yes. With it is not going to affect result. Decimal, obviously, we have to reduce the decimal point. In label side, we can enter age group of the respondent. Okay, we can enter the entire line. We can enter the entire sentence. Okay, without putting this underscore. So it accepts the statement in this format, entire format. Now value. So we have to, what we have to do? We have to enter the values. Less than 18 years, we have to give coding 1. So value is 1 for less than 18 years. Okay. Add. Then another coding is 18 to 30 years. The 2. Value is 2, 18 to 30 years. Okay. Getting my point? 30 to 45 years, 3. 3 values given to 30 to 45 years. And then more than 45 it is 4. Getting my points? And then go. Okay. Missing is not going to affect result. Column is not going to affect result. Alignment is not going to affect result. Now you tell me measurement of scale. What I have to select, scale, ordinal or nominal?
Ordinal.
No, not ordinal.
If it is Likert scale means it's scale.
No, again it is not Likert scale. Likert scale means if we are giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or if we are asking questions in this way, unsatisfactory, satisfactory, or satisfied, more satisfied, extremely satisfied, in this way, then it is called Likert scale. Ordinal means if we are asking for the preference, ranking, if we take the order, if we take the preference from the respondents. Okay? If it is an order. So this is not order. I'm not asking for give your preference, which car is best. If I give you 4 options and if I tell you give your preference toward this, then it is called ranking. I'm not asking for this. Although it is going in increasing order, but that doesn't mean it is ordinal. Again, it comes under nominal because these are categories. It is going in increasing order, but that doesn't mean it is ordinal. Getting my point? Because I am not asking for your preference. If I ask for your preference, which car is best? And if I give you 4 options, Maruti, Tata, Kia, other. If you give 1 to Kia, second number 2, at second position you place Maruti, at third position you place Tata. In this way, every respondent gives different answer. So that is called ordinal. This is not ordinal. This is again category. So I have to select nominal. Getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Again, profession. Now you tell me, this is how you can enter the entire variables into SPSS. So this is of only one word. Skip this profession. We go for monthly income. If I take this, so am I able to enter this under name column? Is it possible for me to copy and paste it over there under name column?
Each word should be separated with the underscore. No?
So what I have to do? I have to either put underscore or I have to mention it in continuation, right?
Yes. Yes.
So monthly income, monthly underscore income. Okay. Now click anywhere. Again, it will be in the numeric form. Width is 8. We can reduce decimal point. Here, I can copy and paste it over here under label column, because under label column it accepts the statements. Now, I have to, what I have to do? I have to enter values. So for that, I have to give coding. This coding has to be given in advance, right? So up to 25,000, it is 1, 25 to 50, it is 2, and above 50, it is 3. Okay.
Ma'am, is it mandatory to mention these values?
People will click on this. People will mark up to 25,000. Some people will mark on 25 to 50,000, right?
What
Now,
I am asking means,
go for
if we-
analysis. The system will take analysis part if the data is in numeric form.
okay.
Okay, so that's why I'm giving coding. If it is a string, this is called string variable. So in qualitative data, you can go for this, because since our data will be quantitative in nature, so for quantitative nature, I will be converting this into numeric form.
Yes. If we do not mention these values here,
So
is there any difference in data analysis?
SPSS takes only quantitative analysis.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why it is mandatory to give values.
Okay.
So one is for up to 25,000. $25,000 to 50,000. Second is for 25,000 to 50,000. And 3 is for above 50,000. Okay.
Yes.
Now you tell me, and then go for OK. Missing is not going to affect result. What is the type of scale? The type of scale. Can you tell me type of scale?
Ratio.
Sorry.
Ratio.
So here you cannot see the ratio. Here you cannot see, there are only 3 scales mentioned. Under scale, we can go for Likert and ratio both. Okay. Now you tell me which option we have to select. Nominal, ordinal, or scale?
Nominal, ma'am?
Again nominal, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
It is not ordinal because we are not asking for preference. Obviously, it is not scale, so we go for nominal. Now, similarly for other demographic variables, you do the same thing. I'm skipping this. I'm going for this. Now, section 2 is for survey related information. Okay, here you can see strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, and strongly disagree. Which scale is this?
Likert scale.
Likert scale. If it is Likert scale, that means
Scale.
you have to select scale option over there. Now, this is the entire statement. I'll be copying over here. I will be copying and pasting over there. Will it be possible for me?
No,
to
ma'am.
paste over here under name column? So what
No, ma'am.
I will, most of the people, what they do, this statement comes under social media and branding. So they shorten this. Okay, they give abbreviation. Social media and branding, SMB, this is 1. Okay, social media and branding, this is 2. Okay, getting my point? So in this way, they shorten the name. Okay, so SMB1. So now SMB1. Similarly, I'll do for the second one, SMB2. So entire statement you can enter into label. See, without any illegal object, I have pasted over under label column. Again, it will be in the numeric form. I will reduce the decimal point. Values. Now you have to assign value. One is for, let us check. One is for strongly
Strongly agree.
disagree. Two is for disagree. Three is for neutral. Four is for agree. And five is for strongly agree. Getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
And then under measurement of scale, you have to select scale. Clear? Now, here you can see under variable view, you can see each variable. Each row show one variable. Each row is showing one variable. Each row is showing one variable. Whatever you are entering into variable view, that will be reflected under data.
Data.
So in here, each column is displaying variable. Each column, second column is displaying another variable. Third column is displaying third variable. Getting my point? And these are the respondents. Suppose you are, you have the hard copies of the questionnaire. So you are checking the hard copy. The first respondent is male. You can enter 1. Age group is between under less than 18. So you give 1. Monthly income is less than 25. You give 1. Okay. And this way you have to enter the data. And for SMB1, we opted neutral. So you will give 3. Similarly for another respondent. So these are respondents. In cells display respondents choice. Clear?
Yes.
So in this way, we can enter the data manually in the manual format. Now let us check how to import data from Excel to SPSS. This is my Excel file. This is my Excel file, import data to. You can check this. This is my Excel file, import data to. Okay. Import data to, this is my Excel file. Suppose you receive the data through Google form, automatically it comes under Excel file, Excel format. Okay. So in this format, it gives data. Now what you have to do, as I told you, you have what you have to do. Here it is the mixture of string as well as numeric variable. Gender, male, female. This is the mixture of, this is not numeric data, right? This is string variable. This is string characters. So what you have to do, we have to convert this qualitative type into quantitative. Getting my point? Getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
So how you have to convert this qualitative data into numeric data. Age, already it is in numeric format. Job, private sector or public sector, it is in numeric format. Experience, it is again in string variable. This is employee performance 1. Strongly agree, agree, disagree. Here we can see the mixture of string as well as numeric variables. Employee performance 2, again it is in numeric form. Employee performance 3, again it is in numeric form. So what you have to do in Excel itself, you can convert this string variable into numeric form. This data type into numeric form. That means you have to convert here in numbers. You have to give coding here. So shall I start? So
Okay, ma'am.
either you can go for filter or you can go for replace. Okay. So I'll prefer filter. Under gender, I will be clicking on this small icon. I will be selecting female. For female, I have given 2, na? So for female, it is 2. So I'll give 2 and drag and drop. So wherever it has found female, automatically it is replaced by number 2. Now again, I click on this small icon. I'll select male. Now, if I select male, then it select only string variable of male. Now I will give 111 to male, and then again I click on the small icon, click on select all, and back to the normal page. So in this way I have converted the string variable of gender into numeric form. Age is already in numeric, job is already in numeric, experience. Let us check for experience. Go to small icon and then unselect all, select only 0 to 5. Now it will show the data of 0 to 5 years. For 0 to 5, I have to give 1, right? Now drag and drop. Again, go to small icon. This time I will select 6 to 5, 15 years. For 6 to 15 years, I will give 2. Okay. And then this time 16 to 25, I'll select and it gives the data of 16 to 25 years. Now I will give 3. And last option is about 25, it is 4. 4. In this way, I have converted into numeric form, and then again I'll click on select all. It gives the entire data. See? Getting my point? Now, employee performance 1. This is Likert scale data, Likert scale type of data. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is already available. I will select strongly agree because it is in string format. That means it is in character. I have to convert this qualitative variable into quantitative. So I will give 5 to strongly agree. And in this way, I have converted this Excel form. And now back to original, select all. See. In this way, I have converted the data, entire data. Now import data 2. I will save this data. I'll save this data. Import data to numeric. Okay. I'll save this data, Excel file. I'll be closing this Excel file. Import data. This is the imported data. Import data to numeric. Okay. Now I'll start this. Go to file. Under file, click on new data. If you select new data, that means it will give you the new sheet. Now you have to import that Excel file into SPSS. So click on this file option, go to import data. Under import data, you have to select your file. And in which format it was? It was in Excel format. So I will be selecting Excel. Although there are another ways to extract information from files. So the file may be CSV file, text data, SPSS. So there are other options also. But we have converted, we have done into Excel. So our file is Excel. So I will be clicking on Excel. Now I have to search my file, import data, desktop. I have to select the destination. It is desktop. Under desktop, I have to select import data to numeric. Can you see this? Are you able to see this?
Yes, ma'am.
So I will be selecting this and open. It will take some time, and in a moment, it will give a result. It is in process. Import data, Excel. The system is running slow. It is taking time. Mhm. I have to open this SPSS again. I'll perform the same. File, import data, Excel. I have to search my file on desktop. Import data, numeric. Okay. Yes. Now click. This is the preview. It has shown to us, and then click on OK. So automatically, it will extract the data from Excel to SPSS. See, can you see this? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Extracted data from Excel to SPSS. See, under data view, it extracted the data in numeric form. Automatically, we have converted over there, and in variable view, we can see all the variables over here. But the only thing is you have to make changes. Like type, you have to check gender is of numeric type. Okay, age, numeric, experience, you have to change it. It is also numeric now. Experience is also numeric. 1, 2, 3. So you have to check this. Width size is not going to affect result. Label, if you want, you can give. This value is important. So you have to remember gender. You have to give 1 for male. This value you have to mention, and 2 for female. So when you extract data from any other file, from Excel or SAS or any other file from SPS to SPSS, this you have to do. This values you have to give. manually. And even you have to check this measurement of scale, gender, age, job, experience. Starting from gender to experience, it is nominal. But for EP1, EP2, EP3, it is scale. So you have to select scale for EP1, EP2, EP3. Okay. Another thing is, that means what you have to do when you extract data from any other file to SPSS, you have to check type, you have to enter values, and you have to check measure. Okay. Similarly, you have to do for age. So you have to give numbering, 1 for less than 18 years, 2 for 18 to 25 years. Getting my point? So in this way, we can enter. And now, since you have extracted information into SPSS, now it's the time to go for analysis part. Okay. So there are two types of analysis. One is descriptive in nature, another one is inferential in nature. Do you know the difference between two? Do you know the difference between two?
No, ma'am.
One is inferential in nature, another one is descriptive in nature. When you go for analysis part, there are two types of analysis. Descriptive means where you are describing the things. Okay, either in percentage form. That means when you go for where you use central tendency, dispersion, mean, median, mode, percentage analysis, pie chart. This is describing. This is the way when you go for tabular format. This is the way of describing. 20% female were there, and 80% males were there. So what you are doing, you are making the data easier by representing in tabular or pie chart, some charts. Okay, this is for describing, descriptive. Inferential means when we go for some result, when we draw some conclusion on the basis of sample with the help of some hypothesis. So this is called inferential, where we apply some t-test, z-test, ANOVA. So this is called inferential. Getting my point? Getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
What you have to do, I hope my screen is visible. Here, now you tell me, if I go for descriptive analysis, that means I have to go for percentage analysis, mean, median, mode, right? And if I want to apply some inferential statistic, that means I have to apply some test based on some hypothesis. Okay. So again, you have to remember one more thing. If the data is descriptive in nature, like you can see here, gender, age, job, experience. If the data is nominal, this is nominal, na? If the data is nominal in nature, so you go for some percentage analysis, you go for some chart. The chart should be pie chart or simple chart. But if the data is scale data, then go for see. See, here you can see the option of chart. If the data is if the data is nominal in nature, if the measurement of scale is nominal in nature, then the chart should be either bar chart or pie chart. You cannot apply histogram over here for nominal type of data. For scale type of data, do not go for bar or pie chart. Only select histogram. You have to remember this. For scale type of data, histogram is used, and for nominal type of or ordinal type of or categorical type of data, either bar chart or pie chart is used. Okay. So now I will be applying descriptive analysis for gender. So I'll go for this analysis. Under analysis option, go to descriptive statistics. Under descriptive statistics, go to frequency. Now I will, this type of dialog box will open, and you can see gender. You have to transfer this gender into another box. Here you can see the statistics. Since it is nominal data, then I'll check mean, median, mode. If I want to check standard deviation or variance, I can go for this chart. What type of chart is this? It is nominal type of data. What type of chart should I use? Can you please tell me?
Pie chart or bar chart?
Pie chart. And the chart value should be in frequency or percentage. I will prefer for percentage. Continue and OK. So it gives the output. So this is describing. This is descriptive in nature. See, it gives the data in the tabular format. How many males were there? First, you tell me the sample size.
60. 60, ma'am.
60. Out of 60, how many males were there? 5, and females were 55. That means if we read this, 8.3% of males were there and 91, maximum 91.7% of female were there. Okay. And this is the cumulative percent. And let us check the chart. Male and this is female. Now I have to add data label. So I will be double clicking on this chart. When I click, what I've done, I have double clicked on this. Automatically this window popped up, and I will select this 2 bar charts, and here you can see the option right click. When I selected the 2 bar charts, I clicked, then right click, show data labels. You have to click on show data labels. So it is in percentage form. Automatically it appears over here. 91.67 females were there and 8.33 males are there. And now I have to change the color of this. If I want to change the color of this chart, or what I can do, I can.
Ma'am, can you please repeat previous step?
Earlier, okay, I will be closing this. If I want to, earlier there were no data labels shown. Okay, so what I have to do, I double click. I made double click on this. Automatically this window popped up, and then I select this 2 bar charts. When I selected, you can see here yellow outline, and then I right clicked. When I right clicked, here you can see the option of show data labels. When you click on this, automatically this percentage form appears over here. Okay, if I want to make changes in the color of this bar chart, then I will click on this bar charts, right click on this, and then go for if I want to make changes in the color of bar chart, then I will double click on this. Can you see this fill and border? This time I will select this pink color and apply. Automatically this the charts change. Close. And I will close this popped up window. Automatically this appears in the output sheet. But this is called descriptive analysis. Getting my point? Getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, let us do for employee performance. Here you can see employee performance 1, 2, 3. This is a scale data. For that purpose, what I have to do, I have to first enter the value if I want to perform some analysis. 1 is for strongly agree, sorry, strongly disagree. 2 is for disagree. 3 is for neutral. 4 is for disagree, no, agree. And 5 is for strongly agree. And okay. So I told you earlier, if you extracted information data from other file to SPSS, then you have to check type, you have to enter values, and you have to check measure. Okay. Since EP1, EP2, EP3 are based on Likert type of data, so you can easily Control C and Control V over here. In this way, this is the shortcut. But this shortcut will be applied only when Likert type of questions are there and you have same scale, 5-point Likert scale or 7-point Likert scale. Okay. Now, as I told you,
How can we copy, ma'am, values?
Control C and Control
Directly
V.
from this controls.
Yes. Now, since it is a scale, I told you for scale data, if the measurement of scale is scale, then what you have to do, you have to check the normality. So that's why to check the normality of data, we do not go for pie chart or bar chart. We have to apply histogram. Okay. So for EP1, since it is scale data, I will apply now. I will go for reset. I will select this EP1 and transfer it into this variable. Now, since it is descriptive in nature, so I will check mean, median also, skewness, kurtosis also. Continue, chart also, histogram, and show normal curve. Yes, so click on this and continue. And there is no need to make changes in any other tabs. Format, it is of no use. Style is of no use. And bootstrap is of no use. So simply click on this OK. It gives the result. So this is descriptive, but as we want to check the normality of data, whether the data is normal or not, whether all the points, is there any outlier or not, when we collected information, is there any information received, is there any information which is different. So in this way, we have to check the normality of data. So for EP1, we can see mean is 3.9, median is 4. You can see kurtosis. It is minus 0.238 and kurtosis is 0.6. The normality of data is checked in two ways. In statistical way, under statistical way, it is when we go to check the normality of data, there are two ways. One is the statistical, another one is graphical. So under graphical, we have done this historical part, histogram part, and under statistical way, there are n number of ways to check the normality. I have told you only two ways, kurtosis and skewness. So the value of skewness is 0.841 and kurtosis is minus 0.238. Okay. So the rule of thumb says that the value of skewness should be between -1 to +1. -1 to +1. Okay, it is -0.8. Is it acceptable? Hello. To check the normality of data, we have two ways. One is numeric, statistical, and another one is graphical. So under numeric, under statistical, we go for skewness, kurtosis. The value of skewness should be between -1 to +1. So here the output says -0.841. Is it acceptable? Yes, because it is between -1 to +1. Value of kurtosis should be again -1 to +1. Or in some books it takes -3 to +3. So again it is accepted since it is -0.238. When we applied this statistical analysis, normality is satisfied. But when we check this histogram, so here you can see left hand tail is greater than right hand. Okay, but we can see here the bell-shaped type curve. Since we can see the bell-shaped type of curve, if the bell-shaped type of curve is there, again it is acceptable. So normality of data is accepted and satisfied, we can say from here. So once the normality of data is satisfied, then you are eligible to go for inferential analysis or apply any test, parametric or non-parametric. Getting my point? I hope it is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if you have any query, you please ask. Do you have any query? Any questions that you want to ask related to this application? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to ask any question related to this SPSS?
No, ma'am.
Up till now, it is clear. So in this way, I have told you how to enter data into SPSS and how to apply this descriptive analysis. So if you have any query, you may please ask. Any query from your side? I'm waiting for your question. Davinder ji, you want to ask some question? If you want to ask, I am not able to.
No, ma'am.
Yes.
No question.
Sorry,
No question, ma'am.
no question. Okay. Okay. So if you want to perform some test after checking the normality of data, then only you will be able to apply some parametric test. So parametric test includes t-test, z-test, ANOVA, correlation, regression. But you should apply only after applying this normality, after satisfying the condition of normality. Okay. Now I will give the demo of only one test since we are running out of time. Since we have gender is male and female. Now I want to check the employee performance of gender. Okay. Employee performance is scale data and gender is male and female. Now you tell me which is dependent and which one is independent in nature. Employee performance is dependent or independent? Employee performance is dependent or independent? We have to check the performance. Sorry?
Dependent.
I'm not able to hear. Employee performance, we have to check the performance of gender. We have to check gender. Gender is having two attributes, male and female. We have to check the employee performance. So employee performance is better or worst or good or average. We have to check with respect to gender. Okay. So which one is dependent? Employee performance is how gender is dependent variable.
Gender is independent and
Gender is
employment performance is dependent.
gender is
Independent.
independent. Yes, gender is independent and performance is dependent. No?
Dependent, yes.
Okay. We have to check. So now which test is to be applied? T-test. Since we have two attributes under independent variable and one is a scale, matlab dependent. So go to compare mean, under compare mean, go to independent sample t-test. So test variable dependent. Test variable means dependent variable. Dependent is employee performance and gender is independent. So you have to transfer it over here. You have to define group. There were two groups, 1 and 2. So group 1 is male, group 2 is of female. Continue and go to OK. And in this way, you got the output. So what was the hypothesis that you framed? What were the hypothesis? What was that hypothesis that you framed? Employee performance has no significant effect with respect to gender. Null hypothesis, no? There is no significant effect of employee performance with respect to gender. Okay, this was the null hypothesis. Now tell me whether this is accepted or rejected, how you are able to test it. Can you see this? This t-test equality of mean significant value is 0.853. Can you see this? Since p-value, so you have to remember this. If p-value is smaller than threshold limit, p-value is smaller than threshold limit. Threshold limit is 0.5. Okay. If p-value is smaller than 0.5, that means null hypothesis is, what you have to do, null hypothesis is rejected. And if p-value, and Opposite of this is if p value is greater than.
Ma'am, can you please share the screen?
Oh, sorry. It is not shareable. It is not in shareable mode.
Yes, ma'am. I am unable to see.
Okay, I'll apply test one more time. What I've done, go to analysis, compare mean, independent t-test. What I've done, under test variable means dependent variable. So I have selected this or transferred this dependent variable under test variable column and this independent gender over here. Now I have to define the group. So gender, there were two groups. For male it is 1 and for female it is 2. And go to continue and go to OK. You will get the result in this way. Okay. So this is descriptive. This is descriptive analysis and this is based on inferential study. So you have applied one sample t-test. So you have to check two things, Leven's test and t-test. Before t-test, before coming to any result or conclusion, you have to check Leven's test. Leven's test says that if Leven's test means whether the population is homogeneous or not, in short. So if p value is, here you have to check significance value. It gives the homogeneity, value of homogeneity. Okay. So if p value is smaller than, if p value is smaller than 0.05, so we can say that Leven's test is not significant. So what we have to do, we have to go for the second row. We have to go for second row. Okay, that means population is not homogeneous. Since population is not homogeneous, it is heterogeneous in nature. So we have to check the second row. For t-test, I told you this. For t-test, you have to remember this. If p value is smaller than 0.05, 0.05, null hypothesis is to be rejected, and if it is greater, then null hypothesis accepted. Okay, you have to remember this. On the basis of this conclusion, on the basis of this result, can you draw a conclusion? Here you can see the value of p is 0.828. 0.828. Can you see this? 0.828 significance value. T-test value is 0.828. P value is 0.828. Now, what was the hypothesis we had framed earlier? There is no significant effect on performance with respect to gender. So this hypothesis was accepted or rejected? Can you please tell me?
Accepted.
Accepted.
Yes, accepted. That means since the value of t is greater than threshold limit, so the null hypothesis that we have framed is accepted. There is no significant effect. Okay. I hope it is clear. So at one click, the output is released with the help of SPSS. Okay. I hope it is clear. Now, if you have any query, you may ask. So I have what we have done today. We have learned how to feed the data into SPSS or extracting data from other file to SPSS, descriptive, and some part of inferential statistics. If you have any query, then you may please ask. Otherwise, we may wind up the session. Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope it is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
and now you are able to perform.
Sure, ma'am.
So wind up the session for today.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you to all the participants for being active